there's an AI chatbot that is connected with Facebook. So apparently on Facebook you can chat with this chatbot, but the company that made it had to suspend the service because it was using derogatory language and making discriminatory remarks against minorities. So I don't
That's
know
so
like
great.
I don't know who is communicating with this chatbot, but apparently how the chatbot works is the more you communicate with it, the more it quote unquote learns and sort of internalizes what it gets. And it's sort of like Siri or the what's the Amazon one? Oh, I forgot.
Oh, Alexa.
Alexa. It's like those where the more you talk to it, the more information it's that's being sent to the database data banks, and then it could more accurately give answers later and respond and such. So this is one of those things where it's learning from what users are inputting. So this just shows you that whoever is inputting into this chatbot does not think highly of minorities and is frequently using very vulgar language.
Well, yeah, and just to read one line, which is so crazy, it says the service, however, has been subject to sexual conversations by some users. It has also been under fire for making discriminatory comments on sexual minorities. Are
Mm,
there some minorities that are not sexual? Like,
mm,
that just made like that is so weird.
yeah. I think, yeah, it's got 750,000 users already, and let's just say, call it what it is. Facebook is a dumpster fire as it is, and not the
Oh
best
yeah.
people are probably communicating on Facebook. Here she is. It's Lee Luda. But
So have
look
they
at
actually looked? Oh, go ahead.
well, if you look at the picture, she looks like just like this funny cartoon character. Could you imagine like vulgar language and racism like spewing from this cartoon character?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, she almost looks like an anime, like a weird anime.
Hmm.
But have there been any other articles that actually show some of the phrases used?
No, because I think it's all in Korean.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a based out of a startup in Seoul, and I think
Oh,
it's
so,
it's from it's a chatbot in Korean. So whatever being fed into the chatbot is in Korean.
wow.
But then but
That,
but then it made me think like, okay, if this is how AI works, like the whole theory about the AI takeover is completely moot because everything the AI is learning from us. So I don't think there's going to be a point in the future where the AI becomes super intelligent and takes us over because what it's learning is like the worst of us. It's learning the foul language. It's learning the derogatory remarks.
yeah,
It's learning the racism. So it's like
that's
this utopian vision of AI is can't be possible if it's learning from us.
see, that's what I wonder here with this story. Is the first thing that pops into my mind is this question. Is it are these comments coming up as a result of the programming or the result of the users that the programming is learning from?
Mm,
So is it some racist designer programmer that like put these um, weird uh, little I don't know what to call them, but they can pop up and suggest these racist remarks, or is it that the actual AI is learning this from the users, and so it's almost like adapting to the users?
mm. I think that's how I interpreted it. That when it chats with the users, it's taking what the user is saying, and it's learning from that. And so if the user is using vulgar language, then the AI bot would then internalize that and then use that back as well.
That's freaky.
Yeah.
That's if that's what it is, that just makes me feel horrible about society.
Well, I
Like,
mean, it's not surprising, but at the same time, it's like, well, I don't think anybody thinking about AI has thought about this part where I think when people think AI, they just think about these robot, super intelligent beings that like are all knowing. But the problem is when we make the AI, it's taking the worst of us as well as the best of us. So
oh yeah.
it's not like it's totally separate from human touch. So of course there's going to be racism, there's going to be some nasty things, some nasty words and such. And so you can't divorce that out. You could probably make some code that says, it has a laundry list of words that the AI should never use. But
Yeah,
I
create
mean,
some filters or something.
yeah, but language is always changing, so there could be a future word that
Well,
could mean something.
how many instances of these nasty comments have had to come up that it becomes regular in the AI's vernacular?
Hmm.
That's what creeps me out, because I don't think it would happen if it were just a random, once or twice a week or something. But with 750,000 users, that's got to be a lot for it to be like, kicking out this racist shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I wonder. What's the threshold? What's the threshold in when the AI then says, okay, this seems to be a regular phrase, or this seems to be a regular word used in this particular situation, in this particular sentence. So let me use that. So you're right. You're
Dude,
right. It's like,
that's crazy.
how, who
Or
are these 750,000 people that are
that
apparently racist?
that's what I was gonna say. Maybe it's like the mass amount of ilbay users in Korea. Like, isn't that really crazy racist, like, anti women's rights website called ilbay
Yeah,
or something?
Ilbe is notorious for being very sexist, very
Yeah,
anti women, and so it could be a majority of those kinds of users. Nobody really knows.
mm,
But yeah,
that
but
that
but reading
that's
the
crazy.
oh man, but yeah, just reading this story totally changed my view on AI. So like any apocalyptic movie about AI I see now or read, I'm gonna keep this in the back of my mind. Like, I don't know.
Well, but then, to play devil's advocate, it's it might be more likely to happen now that they're learning all this horrible behavior from us.
That's
I
true.
don't know.
If 750,000 white supremacists get
Yeah,
onto the AI, and then that AI gets sentient, maybe that seed of racism will then influence how it works in the future. I don't know.
I well, if there are 750,000 Americans at the moment, I don't know. Let Well, I don't want to start talking about that.
It would be kind of hilarious though if it's like a Terminator situation where you've got those robots and they're hunting down humans and they're just cursing the whole time. If they're just saying like really nasty crap as they're shooting down humans, but they just have no expression on their faces.
Yeah, that's gonna be like a utopian tropical thunder or Tropic Thunder movie.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.